Every great band has one thing in common. It's a rhythm section that's solid and acts as its foundation. Drums and bass that feel like it's just one organism. Today I'm breaking down my favorite drum and bass pairings. Not necessarily the flashiest players, but the ones that act together in such a great partnership that they almost make the band. These are the ones that feel undeniable and rhythm section pairings that you couldn't have the band without them. Up first is the dynamic duo from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Of course, I'm talking about Chad Smith and Flea. This pairing is absolute pure chemistry, and I couldn't imagine the band without them. On the one hand, Flea's this explosive, crazy animal on the bass. His playing is unlike any other bassist I've ever seen, and it's pure chaos. On the other hand, you have Chad Smith, who while he hits hard, is absolutely solid in his drumming and keeps things encased. Flea's explosive, but Chad's the anchor, and that's why they work so well together. Flea's playing style is like none other. He almost plays the bass like it's a lead instrument. He stretches the capability of the bass beyond most other players. But what Chad Smith does so amazingly is that I think he takes it as his job to make Flea sound better. And so the drums and the bass have such a great symbiotic relationship, and really that's what ends up making the Red Hot Chili Peppers the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's that sound of Chad and Flea that make the band what they are. It's that big backbeat, that deep pocket, chaos but nothing being rushed. That's what makes that great Red Hot Chili Peppers sound. Check out this clip of them playing Suck My Kiss live. It's an amazing example of how they work together. As you can see there, Flea is the chaos, but Chad is the glue. Chad Smith never really fights with the bass. He lets the groove breathe, and that's why it feels so good. These two are so great to see together, and I can argue that without the two of them playing like they do, the Red Hot Chili Peppers wouldn't have that sound. Before I go on to our next pair, I want to ask you one thing. I know, YouTube video, you know what's coming, but I'd love you to subscribe to the channel. When I started this just a couple months ago, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with this channel, but I wanted to share my experience of over a decade playing drums professionally and give you some insight about what's happening behind the kit. I've been heartened to hear your feedback, your comments, and your support, and I'm really excited to grow this channel even more. I know it seems small, but hitting that subscribe button really moves the channel forward, and I would really appreciate it if you take 1 minute right now and subscribe to the channel. Okay, with all of that out of the way, let's move on to pair number 2. Police always work in pairs, and so why should it be different when Stewart, Copeland, and Sting take the stage? They are incredible together. Just check them out on Walking on the Moon. These guys are so interesting together. They have totally different energy. Stewart Copeland is always moving. The hi-hats are going everywhere. There's ghost notes between almost everything. He is constantly moving. There's always motion going on. But Sting holds it down. It's almost the opposite of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Drummer going crazy, bass holding it down. And they make a really good pair because Sting, I would say, plays the bass melodically first. He leaves a lot of space, sometimes a lot of space, and that's when Stewart can really fill in. The rhythm section sounds like it's dancing around himself. Stewart has this amazing ability to play in between the beats. He rarely has a big hit on one, but he can always make you feel the beat without necessarily playing it in such an obvious way. There's always tension in their music. The drums are filling the big air, but the bass is defining the harmony. And while the two of them are really playing their instruments in such an artistic way, the music never feels crowded. They're amazing together, and I would really suggest checking out some more Police records. Last but not least, we have Steve Jordan and Pino Palladino. Now this is some grown-up pocket. There's no wasted notes. There's no wasted fills. They're just playing to make the music feel good. I mean, Steve Jordan alone is just incredible. His time is unshakable. He's just playing exactly what needs to be played. Nothing more, nothing less. And unlike the other two examples, both of these players have an extremely similar style. Pino Palladino is the bass version of Steve. He's playing just what needs to be played, he's playing it cool, and he really makes that bass sing. Both of their play styles, every note feels chosen, feels specific, feels intentional. And you can really hear that when they're playing with John Mayer. Check out this clip from Vultures. This is what it sounds like when nobody has anything to prove. The two of them are at the top of their game, and they know it. And I think it's a great place to be because they don't have to be flashy. They don't have to impress everybody. They're very confident in their playing and their musicianship, and so they can play exactly what's needed with nothing more. What makes the two of them so dynamic is their trust in each other, but also their trust in the music. They trust the space, they trust the time, and they're sitting back. They're letting the groove come to them. And that's what makes them and John Mayer, when he plays with this trio, sound so polished and true. So I hope you take away from this video that great rhythm sections are not just about their chops. They're about a real agreement. When the drums and bass don't agree, nothing else really matters. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of opinions on this, so feel free to drop below in the comments your favorite drum and bass combinations. I might have to do a follow-up to this video like I've done with some others. Make sure you're subscribed so you see the videos when they come out. I make them every week, so stay tuned for more drumming videos. I'm Aaron, and I will see you next time.